Success. Success is the reason why I feel electric right now. Why do I feel electric right now? What success have I attained? Well, today is the first time I've ever gotten subscribers that aren't people that I already know. People, complete strangers, who've never met me in real life. They don't know my name. They don't know how I look like. They stumbled across my channel, my video, and decided to subscribe. And that really excited me. I have made channels in the past before. Skit videos I went down the path of, and apart from my friends and family, no one else discovered my channel. It had a good run, but making these kinds of videos I found are a lot more easier than skit videos. Not brain dead content, but I don't have to sit down and plan these videos. I can just go off the cuff. I'm actually excited to record these videos. Despite me having a truckload of work to do, I still make time at the peak hours of 2 AM to sit down and record my gameplay and my thoughts. 1 month later, and what have I learned? I will never drink alcohol again. So what happened was I went to a party of sorts, a Halloween party. I dressed up as the titular character Ben 10, and it was a pretty good cosplay or costume, if I do say so myself. I'd gotten a lot of compliments, a lot of people recognizing Ben 10. I thought Ben 10 was not a niche character, but at least for the time period, I didn't know many people would recognize it. Both boys and girls, dudes and chicks, they all loved it. So that was great. But yes, it was a night of drinking, and I know to myself to have a very high tolerance, unfortunately. As much as I'd love just to have one drink and be gone, be out of it. Actually, no, not one drink. I do feel bad for those people, but 2 drinks. I feel like 2 drinks would be a good number. But no, I have had nights where I've had to have more than that just to I don't know, feel different. Because that's the point. I'm not really I'm in a good mental state. I don't really need to have the drink to keep me going. But drinking, it's a social activity. You feel a bit loose, looser, and quite frankly, when I drink, I don't feel loose. I feel looser, but I don't really feel the the zany attitudes people can go into on a night of drinking. I don't feel any of that, and I guess that's where I ran into my first problem, is that on my first bottle of soju or on my third bottle of soju, I am practically no different. And I guess I had run my limit and got to a point where I actually kind of don't remember what happened afterwards. I remember being super duper fine. I was getting a lot of laughs from the crowd. We were playing code names, and I was on a roll. And did some socializing with some other people, and then what is it with me today? I'm dropping everywhere. Yeah, and then my memory faded. Not faded, it just completely cut. If I went to Premiere Pro right now and just cut the clip like I did at the start of this video, my memory cut. I have no recollection of what happened or when I stopped remembering what happened. What I do remember, though, is me vomiting. I don't know where I vomited. I know people are around me when I vomited. I have no vision of it, perhaps because my eyes were closed. I'm not sure. I still don't know till this day. A couple days after the incident happened, and I don't know. I don't really want to ask people, hey man, what happened? I mean, I kind of jumped around the bush on Instagram the day after, asking people like, hey, what happened? But I did not, and still don't know how I came to be in that position. Whether I continued drinking because I was content, at least I thought I was, to where my memory stopped. But yeah, who knows? I don't know how I went from being practically fine to then throwing up randomly. Yeah, so that is horrible. I mean, can I just say that the feeling of not knowing what you did in X hours of the night is terrifying. That alone has made me not want to do that ever again. Uh, I'll not be drinking again. I know I'm not. I know I am gonna drink, but I'm not gonna go that hard ever again. I don't need to. There's no point. But yes, like just the thought of not remembering things, like who knows what happened, someone I could, the amount of conversations I could have had with people that I've now have forgotten. These are people I would have never have seen before. I've first time meeting them, and that's deleted. Oh, thank you very much. I'll leave it. Yeah, that's gone now. Who knows? I could have met the love of my life, and all those memories have now subsided. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? If I did, she didn't reach out, so rip in the chat. But yeah, I don't want to have that experience ever happen to me again. Therefore, I will not be drinking. So that is the main takeaway I've learned from my month-long break. Speaking about, I really enjoy making videos, despite ever having made two. I don't know, it felt electric. It really did. I don't know if I said this in my little bit at the start, but it really made my week. For those 2 days that I had made videos. After that week, it was horrible. It was horrible because I had made those videos despite my best judgment, because I knew there was something special, and I had a lot of work to do. But I was like, you know what? This is a passion of mine that I've been thinking about forever. I should just start now. Strike while the iron's hot, at least in my brain, because too many times I've thought about an idea and I've just let it go to waste. I've thought about it, I've mulled it over, and I haven't actually done anything with it. So I thought, despite my judgment, I was like, I should actually get a start on this thing, and I don't regret it. Okay, I regret it a little, because after that I got into a huge I discovered I had a huge workload of uni work I had to do, and that bit me in the back, if I do say so myself. My high school, my academic WAM will not recover. WAM is what they use, I guess it's a GPA in America. Yeah, my GPA will no longer financially recover. I am ruined after that incident, and I clearly haven't learned from that, because I am back making videos again, despite me having a crazy ton of work. This is not procrastination, I promise. But yeah, I thought I'd just come back, tell a quick story about not to drink. Thought that would be a nice story to tell to get me back into the groove of things. So carpe diem, and I hope you have a good one.